Hello and welcome back. I hope you have scored well in the architecture quiz and read the difference between proof of work, proof of stake and proof of authority. Now in this chapter, we will discuss the different developer tools that are required to build the dApps on VeChain. To build a decentralized app on any blockchain, there are some things you need to understand first. Let's call this as building blocks. The first thing to consider is blockchain itself. Without the blockchain, everything is a waste, right? When developing dApps, it is necessary to thoroughly test them first, right? We cannot test them directly on the main blockchain, which is public, as it will cause much chaos and we will spend a lot of real tokens in the form of gas or transaction fees. So we have test networks for that, where we have all fake accounts and fake tokens and everything deployed is fake and not real. It is there just for testing purposes. In this case, there are two things to consider. The test network can be public network or a private network. The public network will be exact copy of the main network, but everything will be fake. Anyone from any corner of the world will have access to this public test network and can see all the transaction details just like the main network. The second thing is your private network. In this case, you run a set of nodes on your local computer which is limited to your own access. The main advantage of using private test network over public test network is it is fast as only your transactions are processed. In the case of public test network, everyone else's transaction will be processed. Now to test your dApp, you need to spend some tokens. Even it's a test network, you will have to. So where you will get those test tokens? For that purpose, we have something called as faucets. Each public test network will have its faucet where you can get some fake tokens for testing. We will see how to use them later in the course when we will deploy and test the smart contract. Now until now we have seen the essential building blocks that are required to build the dApps. Now let's see the developer resources. The first thing required is an environment where we can write Solidity smart contract, test it and then deploy it. For Ethereum, we use Remix. Since VeChain smart contracts are also developed using Solidity, we can use tools like Remix, Truffle and Hardhat for designing, developing and testing smart contracts. However, we cannot use these tools to deploy the smart contract on VeChain at the moment. In future, there may be some extensions or plugins developed by which we can use these tools as well. For now, we will use this tool to deploy our smart contract on VeChain. This tool also offers the options to interact with the deployed smart contract on VeChain. Now once you have deployed the smart contract, you need to interact with it. For this purpose, we have libraries in different languages, but the most famous one is JavaScript. There are also many libraries in other languages such as Python, Java and PHP. If you come from Ethereum ecosystem, then the popular libraries are web3.js and ethers.js. In the case of VeChain, it's Connects. We will see how to use it and interact with our deployed dApp in upcoming chapters. In Web 2, you must have used Google, email, Twitter authentication, which enables the application to identify the unique user. In Web 3, these things are done by wallets. It's more than just signing in. You have to pay the gas fees plus sign the transaction with your private key to submit it on blockchain. So every interaction you do with the dApp, you need to sign and verify that's you who is sending the transaction. We'll understand this better once we build a complete dApp on VeChain. So that's all for these developer tools. Now in the next chapter, let's build the storage smart contract on Remix. See you in the next chapter.